Hi, welcome to PrimeTime Pickleball. My name is Jordan Briones, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about dead dinks and why you need to stay away from them. Let's jump right in. When you're starting out in the game of pickleball, you're trying to be as consistent as possible, and you want to make your dinks land into the non-volley zone so that they're unattackable, right? But these dinks that we're hitting right now, they don't have a lot of spin, and they're landing pretty high, and they can be easily attacked. This is what I call a dead dink. It's a dink with no action, and there's no variables in the dinks. Okay, I'm hitting the same dink over and over and over again. Okay, so one good thing about this dink, it's very consistent, right? When we're getting in this dink rally, it's very easy to get this ball back over, okay? And we could do 1,000 of these without messing up, okay? But the con to it is that it's going to be easily attacked, okay? If I'm hitting dinks like this, okay, that opponent could roll that shot over, or they could speed it up because the dinks are going right to him every time, okay? So this is what we want to avoid. I just call it dead dinking, okay? These are, for the most part, landing into the non-volley zone, but they're very predictable. So these are 3 things that you can do to not hit dead dinks. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is where the location you're hitting these dinks. Okay, so one thing that I really want to focus on is mixing up the depth in the dinks. So what I'm going to do is I might hit it closer to the net, and I might hit it towards his feet. Okay, so this way it's going to make my opponent decide if they're going to take it out of the air or if they're going to let it bounce. Okay, so as you can see in this example, I'm hitting straight to my opponent, but the depth, I'm changing my depth of the ball. So I'm hitting some closer to his feet, right there. I'm hitting some short, okay? So already this kind of dinking is going to be much better. It's making your opponent think. Whether they need to volley or they need to let that ball drop, and they're going to hit it off the bounce. So number 2 is I want to move my opponent side to side. So what I'm going to do here, I was experimenting with the depth, which is really good, but what I want to do is move my opponent, hit it to his forehand, and also hit it to his backhand. Okay, so now I'm moving him. Okay, I might go 2 to the backhand, switch it up to the forehand, go 1 to his body, okay? So now I have him on the move. And since I'm not hitting the same place every time, he doesn't know where I'm gonna go. So this is the second way, well, this is one of the other things that you can do to avoid those dead dinks. If you're playing a team and they're just constantly attacking your dinks, you're probably just hitting dead dinks and hitting the same dink over and over. So putting those 2 together, okay, so now I'm really experimenting with my depth, okay? I'm gonna hit it shallow and deep towards the feet, and I'm moving him side to side or to the body. All right, so let's do a rally. Let's have a rally right now, okay? All right, so I'm trying to mix it up, not going to the same place. Sometimes I'm hitting short, sometimes I'm hitting long, okay? All right, and he's doing a good job too. He's making me decide if I need to volley the ball or let it bounce, okay? All right, so the third thing to avoid dead dinks is to add some spin, okay? So this is usually more for cross-court dinking, but I'm just gonna show you in this straight-on dinking, okay? So let's dink a little bit. So instead of always just lifting the ball, okay, I'm really coming under the ball, and you could see that these balls don't have that much spin. So if you're more of an advanced player, you want to start to learn to add a little bit of spin on your shots. It's going to be troublesome for your opponent, and they're going to have a harder time with your balls, okay? So I'm going to try to move you around. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of spin on the ball, all right? Moving you left, moving you right, okay, and to the body. Okay, the 3 areas I like to aim for is to the forehand, the backhand, and towards the body. And I'm also thinking about depth, right? So remember, I'm hitting some at the feet, towards the feet, and I'm hitting some short, okay? All right. Putting different spins on the ball is going to make it harder for your opponent to attack your dink, okay? Right, so he's doing a good job. Sometimes I'm volleying these balls. That's too short to volley. Okay, I'm stepping in to the forehand, to the backhand. Okay, and then as you can see, it's really important. If he moves me, I gotta really get back up at this line. It's very important. If he moves me for a dink, that I retreat back to my ready position. Okay, I have my paddle right here by my waist, my upper torso, and that if he moves me left, I always come back to the middle, okay? So that is the 3 things that can really help you avoid hitting these dead dinks and getting easily attacked on, okay? So if you're in a game and you're dinking well with your opponent and they keep speeding up the ball, this might be the problem with your dinking. So go out there and drill and practice. Move your opponent side to side, okay? Experiment with depth. Depth is really important. Making them think, okay? You always want to make them think, okay, am I going to volley the ball or am I going to let it bounce? And then adding some spin, okay? So after you have those 2 things, experimenting with depth, moving it to the forehand, to the backhand, and to the middle of their body, you just add some spin. And usually with cross court, dinking cross court, it's a lot easier to add some spin, okay? But just not hitting these flat dead dinks, which can be easily attacked, okay? So thanks so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Thanks so much for watching. For more free video tutorials, please check out our website at primetimepickleball.com. You'll find a clickable direct link in the video description below. But before you head on over there, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And lastly, for PrimeTime Pickleball shirts like this and other great apparel, please visit ptpgear.com.